Newspaper articles about living pterosaurs. Well, this is just a brief introduction. Over the years, occasionally a skeptic will say, well, why are there no newspaper articles if there really are modern pterodactyls? We live in a culture in Western countries in which it's just assumed that pterosaurs have been extinct for a long time. Pterosaurs are thought of like flying dinosaurs. The vast majority of the species of pterosaurs that lived in the past are indeed extinct. In other words, when I report living pterosaurs, I'm referring to a very narrow range of characteristics that eyewitnesses send me. Put yourself in the position of a newspaper reporter that he or she wants to just get the article published. Well, you can't just go out and say, yeah, this is apparently there are really live pterodactyls in our community flying overhead at night. They have to approach the situation from the point of view of the average reader. The average reader will be assuming that these animals are extinct and that any report of living ones must be mistaken. So generally, a newspaper, will, especially the larger papers in the United States, will just report what a person believes they saw, or will report my research on it and eyewitnesses. For example, in North Carolina, just a year ago, there was a newspaper there, one of the largest in the state of North Carolina, that published an article about my research and about eyewitnesses of apparent living pterosaurs in Raleigh, North Carolina. This was done not with a positive attitude like, oh, maybe it's real, maybe they're really pterodactyls, but from a very skeptical point of view, and this is normal for large newspapers. Let's go to another newspaper, the Press Telegram, late in the year 2004. They printed my story of my expedition that happened just a few weeks earlier in 2004, and they used my own words. They just printed what I gave them. It was not in the normal part of the newspaper, it was in the travel section, and I was relating what had happened to me when I traveled to Papua New Guinea and explored an Umbo Island.
Did it have a tail?
Yeah.
It had a tail, okay.
Feathers.
No comparison? Okay. So
No feathers.
no feathers?
Yeah,
Okay.
just skin.
And so that not all newspapers are always negative about living pterosaurs. You have to see the perspective of how things are done. Another newspaper, let me get the details on this. This was very positive, or at least it was very objective, so that the newspaper article did not take a stand saying, oh, this must be true, or it can't possibly be true. Basically, you're just publishing what I gave to them, so it's understood, of course. This is the opinion of Jonathan Whitcomb. You should know about this one. In the Los Angeles Herald of August 5th, 1891, now listen to this. This is, here's the title. Pterodactyl sports gunning for dragons near Fresno. Subtitles. Monstrosities which are half alligators, half birds. Wild, weird story of a Fresno newspaperman. Two screaming dragons snap their jaws and show their teeth. 6 feet long and look like frogs. I think I better mention something about this. Offhand, we think, well, they're dragons looking like frogs. It's just all nonsense. However, there are many details in this particular article from 1891 that suggest that maybe that's not such a fantastic story. For example, scientists for many years have known that there's a particular posture that a pterosaur would take, at least the ones that lived a long time ago. When they would be at rest, the wings would fold up a certain way, and that wing shape, the way that it went out and it kind of bumps on the side, could very well appear to be like frogs, the way that the wings went, sort of resembling that kind of a shape. So not everything in this article is too fantastic. In fact, most of the things in this article, I think, are based upon some truth of what people actually saw at the time.